You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Sabres Zone.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the Sabres Zone. This is the video on the channel, if you're new here, that discusses what you had to say. So I got a clip, one of my favorites. And here it is. And Chad Cousins says, he goes, the hit set the tone for both of these Florida games and had a huge impact in the outcome. It's no secret that when they can play physical, good things happen. As you guys know, I harp on this channel about physical play because I'm a hockey player still at heart. And I believe that's the way the game should be played. It's hard-hitting games, hard-nosed corner mentality. You get in there and you don't think about scoring, you think about taking your man out. And that's just really what I believe. You know, if you don't believe that, that's okay. Really, it is. It's just, don't argue with me about it. You're never going to get anywhere. So you're talking to, like, you're trying to make Rome turn into a Rangers fan by doing that. It's not going to happen. So I think what Chad's talking about here is a momentum swing, right, Chad? I mean, it's fair to say it sets the tone, right? The momentum. It doesn't guarantee a win, hitting. It doesn't guarantee a win, but it does guarantee, folks, an identity, okay? And when you have an identity, like the Rangers do, that's a young, hard-hitting team, the Rangers, right? They're young, but they hit, and they're good. And they have skill, but they hit. And what did Gallant say when he overtook that team? What did he say, folks? Do you remember? I remember. He said, they're going to learn how to play physical, then they're going to learn how to play hockey. This is exactly what he said when he took over them. And their hitting went like this over there, and so did their wins. And they went to the Final Four last year. So please don't tell me that that system doesn't work when we got proof. Rangers didn't buy that. They learned it. You know, there's a difference. So, and I'm not trying to give props to the Rangers. I don't like the Rangers. But I mean, the truth is right in front of our eyes. I mean, they're young. They're a hard-hitting team. They're successful. I would pick that team to win a Stanley Cup way before Toronto. I would. And Toronto probably have more high-end players, maybe. It's a big maybe, because I don't think Tavares is high-end. But Marner, you know, Matthews, those are pretty big names. So it's I don't know. And I guess that's up for debate too, because they got Fox, Panarin. You know, they got their studs over there also. It's a tough one. I'd like to see them run into each other in a deep playoff series. That'd be fun to watch. The two teams that buy all the talent play each other. That would be fun to watch. So I'd like to see the Sabres be consistent at hitting, Chad. That's all I ask for. I don't care. I don't want to be a top hitting team in the league. I have no desire for that. I just want to be embarrassing dead last every year. You know what I mean? I don't. Look at New Jersey. They're number 31. Look how successful they are. People will argue this and say, well, look at Jersey. They're successful. They're a low-hitting team. Yeah, that's true. You can be during the regular season, of course. But they have a coach called Lindy Ruff that I guarantee you he will elevate their physical play come playoff time this year. You watch. They're not going to go out there and just skate like the wind. No. He's going to have them playing mean. He will. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I'll be watching Jersey. I'll be pulling for them this year. Unless we get in, of course, and we run into them. But I'm going to be pulling for New Jersey this year, you know, in our conference. It's a good story. You know, it's a good story. This team was like, you know, the pits for a long time. And they built their team through the draft. Smart, you know, smart signings. I think them getting Timo Meier will be a brutal mistake. I do. I think they should not go and eat up all their cap room with their kids and everything. I just don't think I don't think they need him, to be honest. I think Toronto, New Jersey fans think it's going to get them over the hump, you know? So I think if the Sabres can just, let's say 20 to 24 hits a game, that's all I'm looking for, Chad. Really. I'm not looking for 42, you know, I'm not. I know that's not realistic. We probably won't get 40 again the rest of the year. except maybe in that Boston game. That Boston game coming up, we might. That might be a hard-hitting contest. But Boston, also kind of under their new coach is withdrawn a bit from physical play. But Boston, come playoff time, guys are going to light everybody up on the boards. We know this. That's no secret. That's just in their DNA with that logo. It is. So what Chad talks about here, I believe, guys, is momentum swing in games, identity. These are important things. These are important facets to any team. And we have an identity as a high-scoring skating team, but we also have to have an identity as an intimidating team. If you're not intimidating, you're going to be scared if you're about to play somebody and they're just going like this. Like, you're not going to be scared. You're going to think you're going to win that game right away. So the Sabres got to just get a little more tough, which is okay. It's okay. Tough enough. I guess those would be the right words. Tough enough, like they were the last two games. They were tough enough in those games. That's fine with me. They don't have to be the tougher of the two teams each night, but they have to be a not back down team and a team that says, you're going to get in our face, we're going to get right back in yours. Not just we're going to try and skate you to death, even though you're hitting us all over the place. Somebody told me that Okposo had actually said he doesn't think that the kids were being hit around. I can't believe he would say that, but if he did, I'd look. Anyway, Okposo's not exactly having the best year, but my goodness, if he said that, come on. It's because of this turnaround in our physical game we won these games. I mean, this without a doubt. I mean, there's fans that already I see in the comments section, I won't say names, want to throw out it's not because of the hitting. These are fans that just want to argue, like they don't want to admit the truth to themselves. Tell me, I say to those fans, guys, if we would have thrown 10 to 12 hits a game in those two games, let's say 10, do you think we would have won either one? I'll ask you guys, if we would have thrown 10 hits in each game, would we be in a playoff spot right now? Ask yourself that question and be honest. I think you know what the answer is, So we can't just concentrate on goaltending and goal scoring. You got to concentrate on all of hockey. Of course we need goaltending. Of course we need goal scoring. Duh. No kidding. It's hockey. Of course. But guys, there's other facets to the game. You know what I mean? There's hitting. There's chirping. Chirping's part of hockey. Don't think it's not. It is. Go by the guy's bench and you say something to them. Doesn't matter what you say. I won't repeat it here, some of the stuff I used to say. It doesn't matter. But get into their heads, okay? Why do you think Marchand's such an awesome hockey player? I think he should be in the Hall of Fame, this guy. Really. And I know everybody hates Marchand in Buffalo, but I'll say it. That should be a Hall of Fame player. That's a Hall of Famer in my books. This guy scores clutch goals. He's an elite talent. He's got great hands. He's not scared of anybody. He's small. He's not scared of nothing, this guy, okay? He'll chirp in your face. He doesn't care if you're 20 and he's 35. He doesn't care. Doesn't care. The guy's a gamer. That's the kind of guy that if the Sabres played the Bruins in a series, I'd be worried about. I would be more worried about Marchand than Bergeron on the ice because I know Marchand is the guy that will get into our heads, guys. In a series. And if we play Boston, we're going to fight them hard, I'll tell you right now. That's going 6-7. No matter what Bruins fans think, it's going 6 or 7 for sure. And if the Sabres youth would collapse in a series, it'd be because guys like Marchand went and knocked somebody's ass on the ground and then came by the bench and said, you're a bunch of wusses. We're going to take you guys out today. Like just stuff like this. This is all it takes, guys. It's all it takes to get into a team's head. I don't think we're that easily swayed, though. This is the good news. I think the Sabres, what's going to survive, make us survive as a team, I believe, if we get into a series, is that we unite. We have a real unite thing about us when it comes to looking out for each other. That's one thing I love about this team. That's a sign of a future champion. It is. Sign of a future champion. We just got to get a little more mean, because if this team got some mean in them, folks, if this team got some mean in them, they could go to the Stanley Cup Finals with the talent they have. If they got no mean in them, we're out in the first round. It really is that way in the playoffs. Otherwise, you'd never watch playoffs. Playoffs, you got to be mean and tough to survive. You got to play with broken fingers, broken toes, all of it. Sprained ankles, all of it, all of it. You got to get shots. I'll deal with the pain after the game, all of it. You know, my wrist is sprained. You got to tape it up, get out there. Like, this is hockey. This is what's beautiful about the sport, because pain doesn't matter when it comes to winning that cup. You got to be able to go through pain. There's none of this crap, oh, like my fingers hurt or my ear, I got an earache and all this stuff. Give me a break, you know? This isn't like other sports. It just isn't. You know, football, people say, well, football is tougher. Yeah. Well, they play 16, 17 games a year, guys. You know, big difference. This is 82, you know, road trips, everything. You know, I do believe that these two games, I think the Sabres did show themselves that if they play tougher, they can be successful. I think they've seen that now in these two games. You know, we're going to see at home now what we do. So I'm going to leave it there. We'll see at home what we're going to do. We'll see if psychologically this plays into our psyche again. We'll see. I hope not. I'm expecting the boys to show up at home and do good this time, really. So I hope it's not just wishful thinking. All right, done, guys. Done. See you in the next one.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to ensure Dimension access.